Uh, it's normal D&D days. But hi
No.
everyone. Welcome to another Wildewitch RP Live Play TTRPG session. What is Wildewitch RP? Well, that is me, Faye, game master and storyteller. Lachlan, our writer and producer. We are a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own company, so that way we could create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full time and share them with you. And today, we're playing D&D. This session features our Burning Veil storyline, set in our very own Velinara campaign setting. It's a deeply personal tale of trust, betrayal, magic, and magnificent ambition, where the fate of the world hangs in the balance. With us at the table are several of the incredible players who have joined us on our grand endeavor. If you'd like to play alongside them, you're more than welcome to join us. You can ask in chat or hop over to our Discord to find out more information. Now, speaking of our awesome players, it's time for introductions. Like I said, I'm Faye, game master and storyteller, and with me is Sirenscape, bringing all of our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at sirenscape.com. And now, let us meet our courageous and daring heroes as they set out for tea. We will begin with an introduction for Frista.
Hi, I'm Shay, and I play Frista. She's an Eladrin blood hunter who embodies a cold complexion and icy resilience, with magic powers from her mysterious, fathomless patron. And she also has 50 hours of community service to complete.
Yep. At least. If there's any
For
other
now,
offenses
that he finds out about.
that he finds out about, this is true. Next up for our introductions, we've got Tala. Oh, you're muted.
Hi, I'm Radiant. I play Tala, who is a druid cleric combination. She grew up as a hermit in a faraway forest. She finds herself on a quest and is now in Winterveld, the biggest city she's visited on her journey. She's trying to learn how to thrive in a new culture by learning social skills and spending time trying to solve a mystery with her friend.
It sounds so nice when you put it that way. Next up for our introductions, why don't we learn about Andy?
Hi, I'm Lexi. I play Andy. Andy is a Lightfoot halfling bow wizard. She has a familiar named Perry, who is currently in weasel form. She loves food. She also really doesn't like getting in trouble. But she loves to play her flute and her family drum. And she doesn't like to lose people. So, yeah.
As we know from the guilt tripping of Lorcan.
Yep.
And,
Still scarred, Faye.
And then last but not least, let's get an introduction for Ray.
Hi, I'm Anna. I play Ray, who is a tiefling wizard, and she was kind of just taken along from the prison island.
This is correct. But I think with our introductions covered, bars. Oh my god.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Look, wizards already got the riz. In the words of one Liam O'Brien, what's sexier than wizards? Nothing.
A bard wizard.
Nah.
Damn. For Andy.
Look, this is totally Faye speaking here. Nothing is better than a wizard. My NPCs have different personalities and viewpoints on the world. But
Wizards.
what a wizard. But let us dive into our session here. Chat is getting feisty already. You had been called in the morning at your earliest convenience to speak to one Captain Aldrich, and there was very little delay in answering those summons. Where Friesta, you had, of course, been given your community service. But you've had some time from the ending of that meeting to do as you wish this day. And why don't we get a brief summary of what you all do in the short time between the reprimands and your meeting for tea?
Tala goes to checks out her greenhouse, and then goes shopping for some personal items, as well as, I should say, she went and asked money from Delwyn, and then went shopping. She bought 300 gold worth of diamond for a new spell that she has. Curiosity. No, I'll do that after. I'm good.
All right. Anyone else?
Ray probably takes a nap.
Did you have indigestion from the bugs you ate?
Did I?
Roll me a concert.
Oh boy.
Hello, where is that?
Lizards and con.
Wait, where's conserve?
Up at the
What?
top.
Up at the top?
Yeah, in your
Top
little
left.
save box. Constitution.
Oh, the save box?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Did that?
Oh, no, you're fine.
Oh,
I kind of wanted a bad thing. I kinda
You ate worse while you were at the Banishing Isle. We'll just leave it at that.
That checks out, yeah.
love that.
Actually, can I say that after I went shopping, can I go find Carissa?
Yeah. She's fairly easy to find, and she spends a lot of time around your guys' house and not the main house, for reasons. So,
Oh, that's great.
when you find her, she is currently, she's currently in the kitchen as, Lorcan is making something, and apparently, the two of them were joking around or something, but, she and Key would both look at you as you enter in.
Oh, that is so great. Hi, Carissa. Hi, Lorgan.
Both of them
Carissa,
give you nods.
Carissa, may I speak with you at the sitting room for a few minutes?
Oh, okay. And she'll kind of stand up. She looks a little confused.
And once we get in there, says, Carissa, I mean, I know that we don't know each other very well, but I think it's admirable that you stood up for your childhood friend against your mother's wishes and helped him out when he really needed it. And I know that the consequences are really bad, that your mom, well, she kidnapped you and we had to rescue you, but she also cut you off all support, and I'm sorry about that. But I also, by watching it, I had a feeling that you had feelings for Delwyn. Is that right?
You see her face has kind of pulled into something that is not one of comfort. But she sort of pushes through it. It's not with a smile on her face.
Okay. I'm sorry, maybe getting personal, but I know that Delwyn is with Selwyn now.
Serwyn.
Yes.
And she kind of says it with a... There's an edge to her voice as she says his name.
Yeah, and I can't imagine how that hurts because I feel like I'm in a similar situation. Um, and it doesn't feel good. But and anyway, that's not. I just want to say, what you did, I think is amazing. And I know that you had once mentioned that in your family you were the fourth violin player, and you said, who needs a fourth violin player? And I thought, well, I think any violin players are good no matter what number. But and I take out the violin that I bought and I put it in front of her and says, "You may have been their fourth, but you're number one with us, and it would be really great if played again." And like I know Andy would love to play with you, and
There's been perhaps a misunderstanding. I can't play the violin.
oh
The fourth violin player, turn of phrase.
oh
I am a fourth daughter.
oh
I appreciate the sentiment, but essentially it means that in a political landscape, unless 3 of the sisters ahead of me die, I have no use to the family.
oh oh okay. Okay. Well, yeah, the sentiment is that you're still important. Okay, I'm gonna go. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And in case you want the violin, or you can just leave it here, whatever. I've
Why
got you
don't
it.
we consider it a communal instrument for anyone in the house?
Right. Okay. 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 Sorry, and I leave.
Where do you go?
I'm totally embarrassed, and realizing that she failed because she was trying to like connect with Carissa, as because we both had our heart broken, but that backfired. She's now mad. She seems really mad. Maybe I shouldn't have brought it up. So she just kind of goes to her greenhouse and stays there until it's time to go.
You would notice that a little bit after you leave and find yourself in the greenhouse, through the windows you're able to see where Carissa has also left the building and just walks around takes like a walk around the estate grounds by herself.
No, no. Yeah, I messed that up good. Okay.
Andy, Frista, what are you guys doing? Ray's taking a nap and does not suffer from any indigestion.
Nap.
Andy would like to go drop off her book report and pay for the next history class week while she's there. Say hi to the nice finance manager.
He is actively not looking at you after the last interaction. He just writes your receipt and puts a note in your folder.
Wait, just wait. Kicks and giggles. Like as I'm like leaving, can I like go and then like turn around and like act like I'm gonna say something and then go, and then I want to compliment his outfit, whatever he's wearing, like a hat or like a tie, and go, very nice, X, doing great, and then continue out.
Okay, yeah, you can compliment his tie, and be on your way.
Does he have like a fancy, like, fun design tie, or is it just like a boring tie?
You know what? Why don't we roll for that?
Is he a fancy tie kind of guy?
We'll say I'm rolling a D100. If it's below 50, it's a fancy tie.
Ooh.
I like those odds.
So that's a 3.
Wow.
So yeah, it's like
Be fancy.
we'll say that this design is very sort of abstract. It's like all these like ink splotches of different colors that sort of sit against a solid background, and you would notice that it's actually almost a multimedia piece, as there's embroidery as well to create some texture.
Wait, now I actually want to ask him.
I have a friend that is connected in worlds of fashion.
Friend now. Must be a special friend.
We've been companions for a dear time now, and he understands my appreciation of fashionable neckwear.
I will have to keep that in mind the next time I come and pay my weekly fee for classes.
You can see like a sweat bead, like even through the fur on this Harrigan. He is so nervous about that conversation.
Man, if I had calm emotions, this would be so funny. Oh well, okay. Just kind of wave again, just to like make him more uncomfortable and then leave.
Okay.
Oh, can I sell my old rapier too on the way? Is that just like the standard?
Yeah, just take the standard price on that. Mainly
Alright,
because I don't want to
sounds good.
haggle right now.
Yeah, I don't either. Alright, sounds good. That's it, and then I'll go to the meetup place, the
Yep.
lady Lancero's thing.
That leaves little old Freesta.
I may be an elf, but I'm not that old. Freesta feels very bad that her actions got in the way of Tala getting a favor from Captain Aldrich. And so to sort of get back into the good graces, she's going to write him a letter. Which I have written out. It's quite long, and I'm just going to send it to you.
Oh man, now I just want to make like, if I ever get into like the short form content for like TikTok and all that stuff, it's just like reading letters in character voices.
I love that.
How long is this letter?
It's just a page, but it's too long to read on stream. It also has stuff that I don't want to share with
How
you
many
guys
paragraphs?
yet. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then a PS and a PPS.
Oh, that's more than 3. That's a
It's a
lot.
full ass essay right there.
Yes. We got a postscript and a postscript because that is how fancy I am.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We love it.
So it's this. She goes back to a roundabout where Captain Aldrich's whatever his office is. I don't pay attention to that. And the person, she tries to find the person that gave her the letter from Captain Aldrich that was meant to go to Polly,
Uh-huh.
and then gives it to her to give to Captain Aldrich.
Okay. I'll say that's easy enough done.
Cool.
I totally understood half of that.
Wait, I need to add a note. I need to add a postscript. It's just please don't be mad at me.
Dear director.
4 E's.
Dear chairman.
So, you each attend to your own business. Conversations. Quests. And all of it culminates by the time that you, being aware of your previous engagements, are arriving at the estate of Lady Astora Fonser for tea. You can see the Stravengar carriage that had brought Delwyn over. And
Do we meet up with Terry and Morgan?
I'll say NPCs that are currently with you right now are Ansel.
Okay.
He's the most sort of involved in this situation. And so as you arrive, there are, of course, the guards at the gate. How do you handle that?
Do we recognize any of the gods?
Hold on, I have to think about how the shift would work. I'm going to say no. I'm going to say it's too early for any of the night shift because they work the full night into the morning. So
Do we recognize the? Remember how the afternoon before when they were checking it out, one of the guards noticed another Kari outside and went into the small house to say, "Hey, we saw another you." Do we see that guard?
roll a perception check.
Is that the guy I disguised as and then made a whole sob story for him, or is that another one?
Yes, that's him.
Great.
Yeah, he is present.
Awesome.
Oh, what do we say? We're here for a meeting. Is Delwyn with us or no?
No, you see the Stravengar carriage. He said that he would
Okay.
meet you, like he was heading over there, and you could do that, but you guys said you had business. Because that was a conversation you had when you were getting the advance.
Right. Okay. If we see the carriage, we see the carriage inside.
It's inside the gates, yeah.
Okay. I go. We're here to meet with Lady Fonseer. We're being introduced by Lord Stravengar, that's his carriage. We're his party.
Roll me a persuasion check, please.
Can I help her?
Yeah.
We are impressive adventurers who would love to meet the kind and generous Lady Fonseca.
I mean, I don't think a nat 20 needs the advantage, but if you want to try for, double crit, go for it.
No, I'm not gonna waste another crit.
Fair enough.
I don't see it as a waste. If you don't use it now, you're gonna lose it. It's like hoarding your legendary items. You're never gonna have a better time.
No.
That's
No,
how you end.
I have number of these in my bag, and I'm not gonna use it on something where I already got it.
I'm just saying that, if you hold on to all of your legendary items until the end of the game's gonna happen, and you're gonna still have all those legendary items because you just got used to holding on to them.
I would like to try test that theory. Can you give us some legendary items now so we can hoard it?
You guys have items on your way.
Don't
Ooh.
listen to Faye. I want to save my ult for the next game.
I've got items in mind for your characters.
Oh?
Andy seems so concerned. So
That violin is magical.
is it?
Yes.
I
It can magically turn any conversation into a really uncomfortable and awkward.
Yeah, that's the
We don't
magic.
need a magic item for that. I'm right here.
It's true.
All right.
Oh my
Well,
god. Andy will go nuts. We'll
I already-
never see Andy.
I already know what I'm getting,
You'd
Andy.
never see me.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us. You can't just say that.
No, I can't. I'm gonna hold on to it so that way you're surprised, and you'll know that I've been thinking about you for a while.
So
Wait,
sweet.
So hard.
But yes, as you're talking to the guard, he's looking over each of you, and the Lord did say to expect a group, so I guess that's you. And the guard will, and this is not the same guard you had seen the other day. You have spotted him, but he's not the one that's at the front. That you're talking to, and he'll lead your troop inwards to the actual manor house, the mansion that's here, and it's very posh, very lush here. Not very maximalist, clean, classic stylings. And you are brought to a tea room. And you can see all sorts of different china sets and plates and it's on my list, guys.
I'm scared.
French.
But yeah, so you guys are brought to a tea house, or tea room. It's got all these different display of china sets and painted plates, and there are two figures already in here of nobles. There's a few house staff, but you see Delwyn, of course, who you recognize, and then what must be the Lady Ostora Fonser. She has this long strawberry blonde hair that has been put up into a upstyled hairdo. Her dress is of a golden yellow. You can see metallic threads around the sort of it's almost like a brocade design. It's meant to be artistically floral, but without actually showing any florals. Oh, you must be the adventurers.
Hello.
Hello. I'll give a bow and like a flourish. Say, my name is Andy Quickfoot of the famous Quickfoot Drummers of West Hill. You may have heard of this.
Let's roll a history check real quick.
Oh.
Terribly sorry, I'm unfamiliar, but perhaps that will change after our conversations.
Yes. Indeed.
Well, don't feel pressured to stand there. There's plenty of room for you to sit. She motions to, there's a few couches and single seats that are around this small table that has been set for.
Is there a bench?
The closest to the bench would be like the either love seat or the couch.
I look at the couch and the love seat and realize with my shell, I'm going to be either sitting at the very edge because of the bulk, or I'm going to have to lie down on my stomach. So I just go ahead and sit on the ground right next to the sofa.
Okay.
Wait, Delwood's there, right?
Delwyn is present.
Okay.
The hardest decision of this campaign would be where to sit when meeting this person.
How to be slightly aggressive without being too aggressive.
Can I sit somewhere that how many doorways are in this room, and can I have a seat that faces most of the exits and doors and windows that I can have the best view of things happening around?
There are 3 entrances to this room,
Oh god.
and the place to see all of them is right next to Lady Ostora Fonser.
Love me some
I'll
doors.
sit right next to her. Uncomfortably close. Not uncomfortably close, but like close enough that it could be seen as uncomfortably close, but I could just also be a really nice person who doesn't understand social boundaries.
Okay. Ansel will sit closer to Delwyn, taking a single seat near him.
Betrayal.
you don't fancy a particular seating, you can just take whatever is available. This is true.
You know what? That's what I'll do.
So, as you all sit, the lady Ostora will motion to one of the house staff. Since we're all here, can you get the kettle started and then bring out the teapots and seatings for everybody? And
That's all I have.
the staff member bows and, of course, my lady. Max, buddy. Throwing my phone. Oh,
Oh God, I thought for a second that may have been your coffee.
no, it was my phone. If it was my coffee, I'd be crying.
Cry
But-
with you.
But no, my coffee sits in its little eyeless cat mug warmer where it doesn't shift at all.
That's good.
I almost thought you said, yeah.
It's nestled perfectly in there. And I'm drinking from my cat mug too. Hold on, let me show it.
Caleb Widow guess.
Let me show it
Oh
to
my
everybody.
God.
It's a spooky cat mug. It's perfect for the season.
Amazing.
Oh my
Aw.
gosh.
And it's got the little fish skeleton in the tummy. I love it.
Adorable.
No, therapist, I don't think that I will grow up to be a crazy cat lady.
Who said we're crazy? Crazy?
You're crazy. Come on.
I was crazy once.
They locked me in a
Don't
room.
start this.
I'm gonna send you a screenshot, Faye, and just know this has been happening for the past, like, 5 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, no, so as that figure is set off, the lady Astora turns to your group. Delvin has been sharing some conversations of how your relationships to each other began. Your troop and Delvin, that is.
Yeah, we've been able to be mutually beneficial to each other.
That is.
Yeah, we met at a restaurant, at like a tavern, and then we realized that we were in danger, and then we went over to a safe house, and then we were still in danger, but that's how we met. That's how our relationship started. Is at a tavern.
That is not how your relationship with Delwyn started.
Danger.
Is now. Should
Uh.
we throw out some buzzwords about things to see if she reacts?
Wait,
Are you saying this out loud? We're sitting right next to her.
If Faye will allow the metagaming. If not, then yes, please just say this out.
I'm going to say that you guys did not have any time in your downtime where you all got together to discuss this, so I'm going to say no to the metagaming in this
That's
circumstance.
Does the Ring of Message allow us to ignore components, or are we still casting the spell?
You're still casting the spell. It's sort of modified. So you're still casting the spell, and it only affects those that have the ring.
Right.
So everyone would hear it, but everyone present would see you casting and whispering and unable to hear.
Cool. I'll keep my mouth shut. I've caused enough trouble today.
Wait, so you don't say it or you do say
I
it?
don't say it. I am being sensible. I am turning a new leaf. I am a new person. Reformed.
You've not even started your
Mhm.
community service. So damn.
Not yet. The meeting only happened like 2 hours ago.
I know. That's what I'm saying. You're a new person,
Could
and
have
you haven't
gotten
even
2
gone
hours.
through. You haven't even done through it.
I
So
know. I think community service will be a lot easier if I was, just a nicer person. So I'm just trying to make that change right now. And that
Oh.
starts with not ruining my friends' chances to talk to powerful people. Because that's already happened once today, so I've hit my quota.
you got to start with the man in the mirror. So
And then as soon as Tala says that, she thinks about it for a second, and then she goes, but the reason that we started the relationship, did he tell you about the reason? Our reason. It was because we needed to study the salvation key. Did he mention the salvation key? And Kari, did he mention Kari?
I'm looking intently at her facial expression from right next to her.
roll me an insight check.
Can I do that too?
Yeah, go for it.
Do I have
Great.
advantage from being mere millimeters from her face?
No.
That's fine, that's as high as I'll ever roll.
Frista, she is giving nothing. Her face is very much a poker face. Andy, you see much the same. It's a very trained face, but you're also very insightful and trained to pick up through those areas. She's eyeing Tala. It's not with a... Disgust is too strong a word. But there is a noticing of impropriety. The fact that Tala is very forward with the questions is perhaps not weighing well in Osora Fonser's view. But she's not going to easily let that up. But you can kind of see where the eye kind of is trained on Tala instead of the whole group. Like, picking her apart.
Do you do anything, Andy?
Yeah, noticing that, I'll kind of put a hand out towards Tala, and address the lady and try and be as courteous and polite and like, what's the term I'm looking for? Like, nobility-esque that I can summon.
Courtly?
So what would that? Yeah, courtly. That works.
Something
Say,
fancy.
yeah, something fancy. Excuse my friend. We're just excuse our forwardness. We are, not used to interacting with folks of your stature. You might say, we're more adventurous, more rough around the edges. So forgive us. But we would like to make your acquaintance and to form a solid acquaintanceship with you, if allowed. I believe we have some mutual interests, some concerns that we'd like to bring to your attention, and perhaps we could help you in some way if you require it, or perhaps we could ask you for some aid in matters.
It's about this point that the servant comes back with the tea tray, and you would see that not just does it have the teapot and all that stuff, he has others assisting him that have the different sort of sets, the teacups and saucers, all the accoutrement of honey, sugar, cream, and then of course a final figure that comes with like small little bonbons and forefingers and other small tea snacks and so as it's all sort of set down on this table that you've all been, she speaks around them almost like they're not even present. Perhaps there are some overlapping interests. But there are definitely some intriguing shared acquaintances, I would say. Corianthe seems to be one of them. But from what Darwin has been telling, you may be able to provide aid in the future. This is true. And should our acquaintanceship be of good faith and good foundations, if the working relationship grows and endures, perhaps I can be of an assistance to you as well.
I turn to Andy and go, that's what we want, right?
I kind of nod, and I'm trying to project an air of like being like a liaison between my friends and the nobility. So it might come across a little bit patronizing to Tala, as I kind of nod and just go, yes, and then I'll turn to the lady and go, yes, that would be lovely. We would welcome the opportunity to pursue this course of acquaintanceship.
Well then, if this is to be a invitation to speak of your skills and what business ventures you are accomplished in case, of course, that comes up in the future, perhaps over tea, you should tell me about yourselves and your experiences. As she is, again, as the house staff is placing these things down, she is tending to it as she would normally, as if there was no one else here. They do step away by the time she finishes the offer of you all speaking over tea, which allows you all to take part of the tea as well. Though there is one nearby that will actually pour the tea for you into your teacups.
Of course.
Yep.
Great.
Tala's very excited.
Yeah. Okay. So, continue.
Wait. Insight check on how controlled is Andy right now, being near food.
There's not much food.
Yeah, they're like petite fours, the macarons, there's what else would there be? Meringues,
So not like a savory food. It's kind of like poo-foo,
like there's
fancy desserts.
like even the savory food is more sweet. Like it's cucumber sandwiches, so it's very mild flavors. It's all tea foods. It's not anything that would really be filling. It's palate cleansing. It's like carrots. They are considered savory on most occasions, except that they're actually very sweet flavor profile wise.
But I like carrots.
They're great. Oh my god, I need someone to clip that.
Which part?
Captions.
Oh.
Oh, already done.
Thank you. I know that I can count on stream chat. There we are.
Okay.
Oh
Caught in 40k.
God. I think this caption thing is working very well.
It's the best. It's the best that money can buy.
Money. Oh god.
So would the lady have specific questions, or would she leave it open for us
She's
to?
leaving it open-ended for you guys to. It's very much with your 27 insight. This is a test of your merits, essentially, not just in what you've done, but how you present them. And she is keeping a
Sure.
close eye.
Could I do an insight check to see, like, if there's anything specifically, or maybe a history check if we know anything, but like, if is there a way that I could present it that would be more favorable to her?
Roll a
Yes.
history check.
This is why I'm in school. Yeah, it's a 10.
You just know that she has a very sort of almost eclectic in her interests, so it's hard to really narrow down what might be most in her favor.
Okay. Well, I guess Andy would try and do a little, go back to her performing roots a little bit and do some flourishes, explaining maybe a little bit of maybe when they first met each other, Tala, Frista, and I, when we first met.
Where you first met Dalwin?
Yeah, that's a good point. That is also when we first met Delwyn. Yes, subconscious was there, Faye. Conscious part of my brain was not. And maybe that whole situation and trying to pull out the dire straits of that situation, but how like we pulled together and like through grit and determination and courage and skill that we totally had, we succeeded and escaped and helped Did we help Delvin? No,
Not
we didn't really.
no.
So I won't mention that. But like together we escaped, which
Yeah.
is kind of accurate.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a performance check, please.
And Tala is totally enamored in this story. Like while like
I sure hope so.
She is like halfway
that's
into her lips.
It's a crappy roll, but
sorry guys, I rolled an 8, so it's only a 19.
Only, come on, Andy, you're the bard.
I know.
But it's more than 3. That's too much.
But yeah, so you present this story, and the lady seems intrigued. She's listening, and she'll like make comments and ask questions at all the seemingly right times. And then she'll turn to Frista. And you. I've heard from 2 of your other companions, but not of you.
Oh, I try to be observant. It's not really working out. My strong suits are more on the, what do I admit to a noble? I'm good with my hands. I can pick locks. I'm good at forgery. I'm good at disguises. Jack of all trades when it comes to tools, essentially. I dabble in the arcane, a little bit in hemocraft, alchemy. And I'm good at shooting things with the longbow. I try to stay humble.
Very interesting spread of skills.
I try.
Very useful set of skills.
They do come in handy, no pun intended.
You would all see just the faintest shift of her very polite smile that she's wearing towards a smirk.
Oh, I like her.
Oh.
That's hot.
Of course it is. Apparently all my NPCs are.
I get 2 romance arcs.
You wouldn't be the first one. So, uh, well, it seems that there was a recent addition to your group as well. And her attention now turns over towards Ray.
God. Hi, I'm Ray.
You seem familiar to me, but I know that we've not met.
Oh God. I might have been. You might have heard of my mentor.
Potentially. I know a lot of people. But, connections aside, who are you?
I'm a wizard. I can do a lot of flamey stuff. They kind of saved me along the way from gangs and stuff.
There
Just
is
adventurous.
there's a hum of intrigue as she lifts the teacup and takes a sip. And she sort of sets the teacup down on the saucer, looking over each of you, looking to Delaware. This is where we're going to take our first ad break for
Oh my
the
God,
evening.
Faye!
So
Hey, that's not going yet.
please stick around with us for the ads. They're very important to us at Wildewitch RP. They help keep our games affordable. But if you would like to directly support us, you can do so through my Ko-fi. There's a link for that on screen and in our chat room. These donations not just support us at Wildewitch RP, they also help all sorts of awesome perks get unlocked for our community that benefit everyone who play with us for the next month. Perks include special companions, double treasure, double XP, new quests, all sorts of fun things. There's a full list of that available on our Discord. I'll get a link for that in chat as well. But stick tight. We'll be right back.
Cheese and biscuits.
Nice.
There's
Ooh,
no cheese and
what?
biscuits at tea.
I said
There should
cheese
be.
and
There's
biscuits.
biscuits.
I want
There's no biscuits.
The biscuits are the digestives that they call them in Britain.
Yeah.
Digestives.
That's a weird name.
They
That's
suck. They are so bland. Everyone here loves them, and I haven't told my family that I don't like them because I'm scared of the backlash.
you can
Say it.
buy
I need the
digestives
drama.
here in the US. Yeah, they're in
Where?
the
Don't.
they're in the section with like all
Vitamin
the
section, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can get them in the vitamins, but like where all like the protein bars and stuff are.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got digestives over there.
Maybe that's only in Georgia.
Maybe that's where the setup lies in, but no, I've seen digestives. Yeah, they're like little. You eat them after your meat.
I'm
try.
sure I could find some in my store.
Yeah, you can find them. There's.
I'll send you some.
I don't need any.
I'll send everybody some.
So, the Lady Ostlora Fonser is looking at each of you. And you can feel the weight of her gaze. Well, I've learned a little bit of each of you. And I'm sure you know about me as well. And your friend did have questions. Are there questions that you would like me to answer? Do keep in mind that our acquaintanceship is just starting.
Andy would pipe up a little bit and she'd go, "Yes, Lady Fonsera, I was wondering what concerns or topics of the day matter the most to you? What are you most interested in? Um, what projects would you like to work on? Yeah, what's important to you?"
If I can be terribly forthright, it matters little to me of whether a project is in my interests or not. If it is in my favor, and if the presentation is promising, I guess you would say that my interest lies in business.
Can I just ask this one question? And I ask Andy.
Like, it's just a tiny bit of like older sibling kind of going, "Yes, Tolliver."
Okay. Lady Fonseer, I was wondering, is Kari okay? Is she safe? Is she happy?
If you are concerned of her emotional well-being, I unfortunately do not know that. Our relationship is not of that sort.
Oh,
However, she is well provided for on my estate grounds, so her safety is of no question.
oh, okay, that's good. Thank you, Andy.
Please let me know if this is overstepping, but may I ask about your acquaintanceship with Kari, how you know each other? Or, why you're offering to give
We were
protection?
acquainted at the gala functions,
Oh,
and she had a project that needed funding. I have funds for projects. My offering of her is more of a patronage, not too dissimilar to what your arrangement with Delvin is.
right. It's a bit confusing, I must say. We're on very similar paths, but on opposite sides of the city, essentially. And for some reason, we're not working together. And I don't want to go too far into it because I'm not sure you're invested in our relationship with our friends and all that fun stuff after just meeting us for a good hour or so, but we're trying to what's the word? Be more efficient about this since we're on the same path. So when we heard that Kari was here, we asked to arrange this meeting to find out more about what she'd been doing, which seems kind of mean to say that, we would talk to you to talk about someone else, but it's a big thing we've got ourselves caught into, and we're, needless to say, kind of desperate, so.
Your candor, if we are being frank, would be perceived as rude. But it is
Right.
refreshing. You are crass, rough around the edges, unaware of social decorum in most cases. But you are not so threatening. At least not to me. You have on your way, should you wish to stop by. It is then, of course, up to Kari whether or not she wishes to continue any sort of engagements, but you will not be escorted immediately off the premises of my estate.
Tala gets very excited.
I'll put like a hand out to Tala before she says anything. We greatly appreciate that. Thank you very much, Lady Fonso. It's very kind of you.
If it
And if go ahead, Frista.
No, please. You're better at talking than I am.
And you just continue and just say, and we look forward to working with you as well, Lady Fonso. Kari, she has, we might disagree about some things here or there, but she's a good person, and for her to have chosen you means a great deal to us. So know that that's a point in your favor, so you might say, for our relationship towards you. So if you need anything, feel free to contact us and we can
I
work it
know
out.
exactly how to reach you, should your skills or services be needed.
Excellent.
I will add, just to make sure we're on the same page. We are the good guys. We're just at the moment quite bad at it.
Much like
Fair.
with importance to my own interests, morality is malleable.
It's all about perspective, I guess. We're trying to do what's right.
On your way out, Ray, you are asked to step back
Oh,
for just
God.
a question.
Hmm.
You mentioned your mentor.
Yes.
It would not happen to be a master wyvernsnar, would
Why do you ask?
just because of my own interests.
It was. Yes.
You feel a sort of, again, heavy eye as she looks over your presentation for a moment and gives a nod. Thank you.
Thank you for your time to meet with us today.
And you are able to leave, dismissed.
Oh my God.
So,
To the house?
do you approach
With
Kara's
Kari?
house?
What? Yeah.
What do you do?
Knock 4 times.
Yeah.
As you knock, a shadow moves on the other side of the glass and curtains. And the door opens. And there is Kari. And there's surprise, but it's a smile. She seems glad to see you. But you would notice that her arm is still in the sling that you had seen at the gala event.
Can I give her a hug? Can I give please?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hug. Group hug.
yeah, she's down for it.
Yay!
Are
What's
you okay?
Ansel's reaction?
Ansel's reaction? He's roll an insight check actually. He's not immediately in on the group hug.
19.
19. He's
21.
wary. He seems happy that she's happy to see it, but there is a sort of hesitation there. Like I said, he doesn't get involved on the group hug. He's just sort of waiting. Yes, would be a word.
I stay back next to him. I don't join in the group hug.
Are you okay? Are you safe? Are you being held hostage?
I'm fine. About as fine as I was at the gala, so managing. I'm not being held hostage. As safe as ever.
Yeah, we met your lady. She says a lot of fancy words. I didn't understand a lot of them.
That is, it seems the way of nobles. What? What are you all doing here?
Came to see
Came
you.
to see you.
Can we sit down? Can we talk? Can we? Hi. I missed you.
Yes. Why don't we go inside? I have a seating room. Do you need anything? Refreshments, snacks?
Nope.
Are the snacks the tiny little tiny little thingamajigs that ladies served?
I have no idea what you have indulged with the Foncer.
I don't know. It was like macaroni and meringue, and I don't know. Andy didn't touch them, and you know that means it's not good.
I touched them. I just wasn't super excited about them.
I assure you, I have fruit and other small things. Very simple. Come inside. And she'll open the door with the good arm.
By the way, yesterday when that guard came in and said, "Hey, there was another woman that looked like you," that was me. I'm sorry if it scared you. That was me. Get a new hat that does that.
I guess I should be flattered you decided to turn yourself into my visage.
Well, I was trying to see if they, I thought, okay, so I turned to Carissa when she got kidnapped, another story, and to pretend that I was there so Dad could actually grab me, and I was hoping that Dad would bring me to her room, but it didn't happen. And then I thought, oh, if I turn to to you, that means maybe they thought, oh, wait, the lady's out loose. Maybe I should grab her and bring her in, and that didn't happen.
Well, that wouldn't happen. I have free reign to go as I please. Again, I'm not being held
There's a
here.
pattern here.
Yeah. I am. I live here, and the guards know that I have residence, and I can leave, go to the stores, research, whatever I need to do. I'm a free woman.
That's good. How come your arm's not better yet? Do you want me to take a look at it?
No, thank you. It is arcane in nature, very powerful, marking that I received during a trip to Vale d'Umbra. So, as much as your, I'm sure, capabilities have grown since we were traveling together, it's beyond even my levels of healing. So,
Andy, what's Val d'Umbra?
Well, actually, Andy's probably heard of it. It's like a dark place? Question?
it is.
Roll checks.
If you guys would like to roll history checks here.
Sure.
Would
Love to.
Hunter's Bane apply?
No.
No, I have no idea.
You all have a basic understanding of it because of the Skyfire crisis. Um, except for Ray. You know that it showed up in your books at some point, but that's like all the history stuff that you weren't really, you were more hands-on in your learning.
Ayo.
Uh AO. Uh but yeah, Andy, the only thing you remember and recall of it is what Kari and Ansel had spoken of during the Skyfire crisis. It's a plane of death and decay.
Sure.
Krista, you would know a little bit more. Like, yes, that is what it is, but it's part of the whole. There is a order of creation that the veils tie into, and when things die, they move from Veil de Mortalis into Veil de Umbra. Now, of course, there are things that naturally occur in Veil de Umbra, but the process of life to death to the beginning of creations passes through Veil de Umbra. So it's a little bit more than just being a plane of death.
That's not a place for a living person to be. Why were you there?
Research.
Research. So you're not, the notes you stole weren't enough. You're just doing some research.
Krista.
Hi.
Maybe she's
Still.
been through a lot.
Yes, I was there. It wasn't just because of the notes. They've helped a bit. I needed a component of Veil de Umbra, a shadow heart. And while I was there, I was battled by a masked and deathly warrior. And my arm was shattered in the fight, leaving this wound. And
Insight check?
go ahead, roll an
Oh.
insight check.
Can I?
Also like to.
But Shadowheart, we destroyed the Shadowheart. How come you got another one?
Shadow glass we got.
It was the
Shadowheart is the Shadow Glass.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
I knew that because Faye was just like, wait, it's the same thing.
It
You guys
is.
don't listen to me.
Yeah, because I said it.
This one's here.
But yeah, with a 20 and a 13 on insight, she's not being deceitful, but perhaps there's more that she knows, perhaps maybe the nature of the wound that she's not being immediately forthright with.
How come you went to get another Shadowheart when we had to destroy the one that was here?
Because that one was corrupted. As with everything of the Salvation Key, it was corrupted. That's why it fell.
Oh.
I'm doing Valeros' work. Master, I hate to think of him as gone, but I haven't. The last I saw of him was dragged away somewhere, and I need to continue his work.
Trying to rebuild it? Are you trying to rebuild it?
I am.
Right. That's not a very good idea. Or from what we've learned.
Yeah, maybe we compare notes.
Yes. Oh, you stole ours. We have new notes though.
Can we start from the beginning? What is the Salvation Key for?
There have been, as you are likely aware, a increasing in rifts appearing on Veil de Mortalis, ones of more danger that don't pass as they normally do. And Valeros was looking for a way to stop this crisis.
Oh. Okay. So then he made the salvation key by talking to different people and getting their help. And then he put it all together and shot it up to the sky. But something happened, like you said, it was corrupted by one of his students or something. And then it fell down and all the sky fell. And the
And-
things we destroyed were all corrupted.
Everything was corrupted, yes. Valeros came to Veiled Mortalis for research purposes, oftentimes, yes, but you must recall, we are agents of a divine nature. Our laboratories don't always exist on the same plane as you know them. When the salvation key fell, it fell through the veils from the heavens here.
Ah.
So he didn't shoot it up there. It was up there already and then it fell.
Yes. But perhaps this is all conversations that would be best had in the laboratory.
Your laboratory? Or we don't have a laboratory.
I have one.
Can we go?
Follow me.
Oh.
She brings you down into her laboratory, occupying a basement space.
There is a basement in Winterveld!
Oh my god.
There are plenty of basements in Wintervale, just not at your estate.
One.
Is
How long would
Dalwin
it
with
take
us?
to dig
No.
a basement?
Okay.
Delwyn stayed back because he's a noble and has noble things to talk about.
Ouch, jeez.
But no, yeah, so as you are brought down to the laboratory, you can see the construction that has been started for the lattice of a new salvation key. It's nearly 10
Good.
feet on a side, and you see that it's formed of bones and adamantine and what looks to be magical mirrors of some sort. And there are 3 fixtures for where the hearts of Shadow and Fae and then the engine would be placed. There is also another figure down here, Professor Wicriane Corvus, or Corvus, either works, at a workstation, tinkering with a segment of the lattice. Roll for me perception checks as you enter in.
Yeah.
Who's right next to you right now?
Um,
Do you think?
roll me a d4. Tala, what is your roll? I didn't see it come through.
Oh, that's because I didn't roll. I apologize. It's a perception check?
Yep.
I'm going to go ahead and do perception check. Oh, yeah.
Ray, you're right next to Tala.
Can I whisper to Tala?
Sure.
That's bigger than 3.
What's bigger than 3?
Everything.
Except
Oh.
for 2. 2 is small.
Except for 2. Yeah.
And 1. And
I'm
0.
confused. I'm confused.
I'm confused too.
Okay.
I'm not. I know exactly what's going
so-
on.
So Ray, like when we first met Kari, she
Yeah.
said she was there to find the salvation key, which was that almost like that thing. It was a gizmo in the middle, and it had
Uh-huh.
3 things. It was Shadow Heart, and then it was Fey Heart, then Destruction Thingamajig.
It was
And we
the
had to-
engine.
Yeah, Destruction Engine.
No, it
and
was
we had-
just the engine.
Listen. Anyway, we had to go ahead and destroy it because it made the sky fall. Do you know about the sky falling?
You've heard of it, right? But that was during a lot of your trial, so you did not hear much of it.
Yeah, literally sky fell. Like fell. It was, you know how like rain falls? But this time like sky fell. And we all got almost killed. But Kari saved us. And look, I got this mark on my hand. and then Andy got her mark on her throat, and then Freestyle has hallmark and I can't remember.
Her face.
Oh yeah, her beautiful face, and then but there's a lot other things going on, and that's where we're at right now.
Okay.
So as Tala's doing this, those of you who it would be Freesta and Ray who spot this with your perception. Wickrien, Corvish, he is using magical heat to weld the bones onto the panel of adamantine. And as hearing Tala's energetic explanation, he looks up and, "Oh, hello there," as he gives a bit of a wave. "You must be the wonderful folk who helped our mistress solve the catastrophe several weeks ago."
Mistress is who? Who's mistress?
He looks over to Cariante. You would recall he is the assistant here.
Oh.
Yes. Myself and many others seem to be in your debt. I was in Renzerin when it happened, and I'll just tell you that you've helped a lot of folk. As he stands up and will walk over, sort of wiping his hands off on the pant legs, and I've wanted to meet you all, certainly. But the incredibly gifted mistress has had concerns about security as he offers his hands to shake.
I shake his hand and go, look, I got the thingamajiggy
Oh
on my hand.
boy.
Do you say this out loud? Andy,
What?
do you say that out loud, or was that
Oh,
Lexi
boy.
talking? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Andy says that.
Oh, and I hear it, and I go, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, okay. And I step back a little.
You took a perfectly good monkey and you gave it social anxiety. That's what you did.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
How's it going? No,
I'm
you're
sorry.
fine. I'm just very excitable. It's adorable.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm just excited that we get to see Kari.
Yeah.
I think this whole get together is great. I think it's amazing for all of us. Should we mention, the elephant in the room, or are we just going to leave out that this thing could, blow apart the whole plane? Or is that a tomorrow conversation? I'm sorry, it's hard to not mention it in the moment.
I don't really understand any of the research that has gone on to prove one way or the other, so I've added. I think it's a good direction. I just have no input.
Kari, so, Brother Ansel, it's brother. You remember Brother Ansel? Hi, Brother Ansel. And Arcanist Mumsig, and then Professor Zephyriel. They all gathered together with their fancy books and the notes and everything, and they researched it, and there was not a lot of numbers on the board. It's kind of weird. And then they said, "Oh no!" I'm like, "What's going on?" It says, "Oh no! If this is salvation can actually destroy the whole world, or 50% of something." And it looked all bad, and we said, "Oh, then we should not go ahead and create it." So yeah, you should probably create it.
I understand your concerns here, but I must reiterate that the original salvation key was tampered with. There was corruptive agents, and those influence thwarted my master's work. And I am set to complete what he wanted to create in spite of those that trying to sabotage him. My master was doing good work.
Oh.
our calculation about the conclusion of the salvation key, shall we say, on the original design or based on the one that was created?
Both. Because
If you would like to roll a history check, go for it right now.
Well, if Master Thelaros's notes were wrong because Brother Belrig's notes were wrong because they had the wrong, they were corrupted by, if they were betrayed by a bad student, that means our calculations could be wrong, right?
can Andy do a history check too?
Sure.
Because Lexi
Please.
knows.
Because Kari, you're not
Lexi
trying to
remembers.
destroy the world, right?
Ah.
You're a good person.
If Lexi, if you know, you can have Andy remember.
Uh-huh.
I was just doing this because
Oh,
Freesta was
okay.
asking, and so I was like, well, let me
Yeah.
give you the chance for a history check. But if
Alright.
you know,
Alright, okay.
go for it.
Yeah. Okay, and Andy will pipe up then and go, man, I can't remember, but then I do remember this. And I'll just kind of, this is more between the four of us and a little bit less directed at Kari, but I'm not trying to be secretive. I'm just saying, like, I'm pretty sure, and this is like at Ansel too, I'm pretty sure that the analysis that they did was something like, yes, it was corrupted, but even if it wasn't corrupted, it still would have blown up a lot of this veil, I think.
As Andy explains that, you do remember the night and how they presented their findings to you. Their math had ignored the corruption variable. They had it on the board, but it was separated and not taken into any of their equations that they presented to you. And those equations were the ones that were like, yeah, Veil Immortalis is fucked if this thing happens.
That.
Ansel puts it a little bit more eloquently, as he sort of goes off of what Andy says. Go ahead, I'm going to say, go ahead, make for me persuasion checks, please.
Everyone?
To persuade who? About what?
Definitely Andy, but anyone else who'd be in the conversation with Kari about the salvation key is welcome to make a persuasion check.
I probably made it worse. I feel like I was going for more of an intimidation with everything I was saying, but it's the same modifier anyways. 0.
Painful.
And then we have Ansel. Oh, what a pair. So Kari has been listening. And who would notice this?
Oh,
Not me.
Tala will spot this. Her and Corvus sort of share a look at each other. He gives a nod. And then she nods, but there's hesitation again. She had that sort of silent conversation. I guess it would not hurt to hear the reports and findings of this Zephyriel and Mumsy.
yay! I can summon them.
No need to do so immediately. I'll talk to the guards. I just need a description of what Zephyriel and Mumsig look like, and then, of course, you'll all have passage to go through as well, and you can come and visit here. And then I will... Why don't we set for sometime in the next week? No need to rush to have this meeting, this conversation. And I will hold off any of my work until the conversation passes.
Insight check.
Roll an insight check.
I don't trust her for a minute. 16?
She seems fairly forthright in this moment. She's saying she'll put a hold on her work. She's not saying she'll stop. She'll just not progress further until after the meeting. And she does seem to be quite honest in she just needs a description to give the guards for any sort of access. She doesn't seem to be hiding or deceiving on that.
I go and turn myself into Professor Zephyrio, and then Mumzig, so she can write down the.
Okay. She takes notice, and I will get that information to the guards. As she looks over to Karavis, well, I guess this will give me time to make a return trip to Renzerin, check in on the projects that have been waiting on me there. Take a bit of a break here. But it was, again, a pleasure meeting each of you, and I look forward to this next meeting, hopefully within the week.
Okay. That's good.
Yay.
Hey, Kari. Will you promise me something?
Oh boy.
Promises are heavy, but I'll listen to what you'll have to ask.
If something happens and you don't want us to see us anymore, or you end up leaving us or whatever, will you just tell us? Instead of just disappearing without saying a word, saying goodbye.
It wasn't that I didn't want to see you. I just
I know.
had important things that needed to be attended to.
I know, like your letter said, you were trying to keep us safe. I remember that part. It just, I glance over at Andy, but don't say anything. I think it would be good if you just say goodbye to us, like instead of just leaving and disappearing. Okay, we promise. I promise not to try to stop you, but it would be nice.
I hear what you are asking, Tom.
Okay, just try. That's all I ask.
And she nods.
If we're at the place of making requests, I'd like for everyone to take in what's happening right now. We were split and now we're meeting at the same place. No matter how much you try to protect us from something, there is literally no point in us doing this apart.
Oh, do you know about the Fates design?
Yeah.
They tried to kill us, twice. And the second time, we thought maybe it was the Professor Lumbroon that was who sent us into the trap. And it was not a Lamborghini. It was Lumbroon. And that was the first split second. I was just like, did Kari try to kill us? But I knew you didn't because we're your friends.
I admit that I've heard of the order, but not in any detail. But perhaps if they are a serious problem, we'll devote some research towards them. Perhaps in this time that I will not be progressing my own projects until further convergences.
And then I go ahead and quickly tell her about what we know about the Oracle and Mordon and Rodon and Jesus Jiminy Cricket and how they try to kill us and what they said to us about the not trying to make things that are God related. So that's where you can start. But just be careful because they're really bad.
She nods. She seems to take this in.
Above table, real quick. Priesta, do you have the tracker still?
Unless it's been dispelled, has it?
You still feel a pull.
Yeah. Options.
Is there any other business we wish to attend to while you're here?
Shoot. Andy wants to ask him if she's heard about that, mercenary group.
Shadow Steel?
Yeah.
The Shadow Seal Syndicate.
Yep, that one. Yo, Kai, have you heard of these guys?
Let's roll.
Oh.
I can't say that I have.
It's good.
Research into it if you think that they will be a problem.
Yeah, not for me so much, but my brother ran into some trouble. Yeah. Anyway, okay, no, it's good you haven't heard of them. That's good. That's good. Cool. Cool.
Alright, do you play the violin?
Does Andy play the violin? I do play the violin. It's fun.
I'm not musically inclined.
Oh, okay.
I don't think Tala's thinking about giving Andy anything right now. In Tala's mind,
No,
Andy
that's
has
not
enough. In Tala's mind, Andy's already got enough.
No. Like she tried to give Carissa a gift and she got rejected, so she wants to give maybe Kara will like the gift because I bought the gift and I was brutally rejected.
You brought up
My
literally
heart is
everything
broken.
she's been avoiding in a single sentence.
My heart is broken. And I said that just so I can like connect with her. I'm like, this happened to me and this happened to you, so we can commiserate together. But not that Tala knows that word. But then she would just like, no. So I'm like, oh, my heart.
Yeah, maybe
got
Tala
rejected
Bond.
twice.
needs to learn some tact and noble social mannerings.
And she would have
Yeah.
learned this when and where.
From
I'm-
Andy. No, not from Andy.
I'm just saying that if Tala wants she's got to learn to play the game if she wants certain results.
Yeah, I gotta go see
Whoa.
Diamond for social lessons.
Social.
Great. Thank you, Kai, for your time. We have a lot to teach Tyler now.
Pinkie Pie, where did she come in? So Kari will see you all out the door.
I give her another hug.
She'll hug back.
Okay.
And yeah, she'll speak to the guards, and she kind of escorts you all off the Fonseca estate. And yeah, you have an invitation onto the grounds to return.
That's good, and it's not going to be awkward at all when we run into those guards.
Speaking of running into guards, does anyone try and find out the guard from last night's name while you are here? Maybe his co-workers know.
Do you want me to
Would-
use a detect thoughts?
Yeah, has Ray told us about what happened to her last night?
You experienced it when you
I
turned into...
Experience.
Yeah, no, it was Friesta that had the experience.
Oh, that's true.
Because Friesta turned into Ray, and he was like, what are you doing out here? And then he ran.
You need to wake up.
Everybody's running from him.
Do I know that Ray has feelings for this guard? Ray,
Yep.
did you tell us?
Does Ray know?
Oh, I was gonna say, does Ray know?
There was literally only 2 interactions.
Love at first sight.
Also, I scared him as Ray, so I don't know
He's
how that's
totally
going to
enough,
work
Ray.
out.
Because if I know, I would turn into the guard and goes, "Hey, what's my name?" If I don't know, I'm not gonna know to do that.
That's so suspicious.
These guys are gonna hate us pretty soon.
People they love us. We're the
Mhm.
stars of the show.
Mm-hmm. You keep
So
telling
Ray-
yourself that way.
So Ray, am I doing anything or am I not doing it?
What do you want to do?
Well, I know what I want to do, but did Ray tell? Does Tala know how Ray feels? Because Ray told her.
I don't think Ray knows how she feels.
Ray
We're gonna
just...
slow burn this, I guess.
Yeah. Ray just... did... Why don't we put it this way? Did Ray explain the guard situation in the morning? Like, that you had gotten escorted by the guard,
I think I did. Didn't
okay.
I?
Then
Okay.
yeah,
Like,
I turn
But
into the guard.
like right in front of the other guards?
Yes. And I go, "Hi, do you this guard? Do you what's my name?"
His name's Dio.
Dio. Okay. And
My
do
God.
I work nights?
Typically,
Do I work here regularly?
yes.
Am I working tonight?
You're asking a lot of, very strange questions.
No. I'm sorry. He helped my friend yesterday, and we want to thank him because that was really really sweet thing to do, and he didn't have to do it.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh crap! Fucking natural 20. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear.
I want you to know when I saw the name, that exactly went through my mind. Especially given what he looks like.
Oh, he has a face?
Maybe.
Oh, it does little stars with these
No, it's just a helmet.
But yeah, no, I'll get you, like, the full name at some point, because Dio is just a nickname.
Of course.
Oh.
But yes, with a natural 20. Yeah, Dio works tonight. Just
Okay.
don't be weird. He had some strange things happen last night.
Oh no, what happens?
There was, firstly, there was this drunken tiefling that...
Can I punch Friesta?
There was a drunken tiefling, and he was very concerned. She was stumbling around, and so he put her up, and, you know... Then he saw her again, more coherent, and she just ran away after telling him to wake up. It was startling. But yeah, just if you're
Can I
going
punch
by,
Friesta?
That doesn't sound like Ray.
Can
Okay.
I punch Friesta?
Was he maybe hallucinating? That sounds like... Was he,
Sounds like he needs to wake
under
up.
the influence? Is he drinking on the job?
I've never seen Dio do anything like that on the job.
No,
Boring.
I'm sure he doesn't. I mean, he was really nice. He helped my friend Ray, and although that doesn't sound like Ray, so maybe there was another tiefling. I don't know.
He said that
Okay.
maybe your friend Ray has a twin or something. He said they looked identical.
I did share with everyone when we met up with
Yes.
Ray this morning that I turned into Ray to find out
Yes.
what happens to them.
Can I punch
Ultimately,
Friesta?
friends.
You...
I'd like to punch Friesta.
Can I punch Friesta?
Friesta just gets like a Charlie horse and then like a jaw punch at the same time. No.
I deserve that. I really did. It's been
You
a
did.
day.
You did.
Um,
It's been a night and a day.
It was
Yeah.
a night. It was a very fun night. I also ruined everything.
Ray's
Again,
with us,
I'm really
right?
sorry.
Yeah, Ray is with you.
Yes.
No, no,
I
I'm still
turn to
napping
Ray and go, "Do you have a twin?"
Ray goes, I don't know. Do I?
Not that you're aware of.
And then the light bulb goes in her head. And goes, "Oh, Friesta turned into. Oh crap! Maybe I shouldn't say anything." I go, "Okay, thank you," and I turn back to myself. And I go, "Thank you for the information."
All right, yeah. And as you guys are done here, do you have plans for the rest of the day, rest of the evening?
Andy would like to ask Friesta what I asked above game. So wait, you got the tracker on the village idiot dude from before?
Yes.
Do you want to go say hi?
What time is it? Is it late?
Tea was at 4. You spent an hour having tea, so 5, and then I'll say another hour with Kari catching up and everything. So it's about 6 o'clock now as you are getting off the estate grounds.
Wait, who are you saying hi to?
Schmuck, who tried to kill us.
Yeah,
And-
we were ambushed in the library.
I do want to remind on the way that the hunter mark for the blood hunter works is that you have a direction.
General direction, yes.
So it's been what, 2 days now at this point? Since that he could be in the
Yeah,
same
1 night.
direction, yeah, but out of the city, and he wouldn't know
Yes.
until you've walked that distance.
Well,
What
what might
better
we
way
find
to
out?
know than to, go for a
Mm.
little walk? I could use a walk.
Yes.
It's been a great. What? It's been like 18 hours. of Pure shit.
Yes.
Well,
let's follow your magic, your blood
Will-
hunter skills.
Follow your
Find out all of that after our next ad break. So, go ahead, stick around. Please let the ads run. They're important to us. They help keep our games affordable. But if you want to directly support us, you can do so through my Ko-fi. Link for that on screen and in our chat room. These donations not just support Wildewitch RP, provide your GM their much needed caffeine. They also unlock awesome perks for the entire community that benefit everyone who play with us for the next month. So stick tight. We'll be right back.
I can hear it in my dreams.
So can I. It's like the Ned's Declassified theme as well.
My sleep paralysis demon.
Just Miranda Cosgrove.
As we return, you have successfully survived tea with an opal.
Yay!
You have met with Karyanthe,
Yeah.
and now you have the evening. And it seems that you are able to now to spend it as you will. With Andy bringing up the idea of perhaps pursuing the arcane thread and lead that Friesta had on the ambushers.
Yes, let's go.
Just head in the general direction until it gets like too far.
How far would be too far for you?
Probably get to the city limits first and then see if it's still pulling.
So, following after the thread and the where you're at does lead you past the Red Candle District towards the northern Mudtop Ward, which sort of borders on the Dock Ward, and it's still pulling you in that northerly direction. There's nothing as far as city districts beyond the Mudtop.
Ah. So is that the direction? Is that north of the city that it would be going?
It seems to be going north, yes.
Towards Lundmark and the mound and such?
The Mound, Lonmeric, Rendrin, all very north to you.
Right. Well,
It's too late to go exploring, I think.
yeah.
Leave that lead for another day.
Yeah, for sure. Faye, could I do a sending to my brother real quick?
Sure.
Great. I just want to make sure that Pal's alive. Mostly. Priestess aside. Oh, I gotta count. Bisu, how are you? Still ahead of the Steelheart Syndicate? Steel what Syndicate?
Shadow Steel.
Shadow Steel Syndicate. Met old friend Kayante. Would like to see you again. Hugs.
I'm safe. Keeping an eye out. Perhaps not best time to meet. If situation changes, you'll know. And that's where he leaves it.
Rita, am I supposed to be mad at Kari?
Right? I certainly am. And seeing everyone else's reactions, I feel like I missed. Why am I the only one that's fucking angry about this?
You seem very angry, and I don't know why. How come? Why should I be angry at Carrie about? I think I forgot the reason because I don't feel angry at her.
She left. She took Beric's note from Ansel, and she left.
Oh,
She didn't say goodbye. She continued on the same path as us, just a little bit in front of us, and kept us in the dark. Now we meet again, we're at the same stage. But we know more, despite her. And now we're trying to work with her like we're all buddy-buddy, and I don't understand it.
oh, right. Yeah, I forgot.
It's not that I am eager. Forgive Clariante. But I am reservedly hopeful. If there is a chance to sway her from this course, or the chance that perhaps she knows what we do not, pursue it long enough to see what is the truth.
I don't think her stupid, and I don't think her evil. There's obviously something else at play here, but she's not telling us anything. So unless she gives me something else to direct my anger at, I'm just going to direct it back at her.
She did say she'd cease working on it for now. So that's something.
I mean, if you tell someone, hey, you're working on something that might destroy this whole plane, not working on it is kind of the least you can do.
But it's something.
It's nothing. She's not going out of her way, she's just stopping what she's doing. It takes us to 0.
Well, she could have teleported away, disintegrated us, or left again.
That would be an act against us, but she's not doing an act for us. She's doing nothing. She's complacent at the moment until we have more information to convince her otherwise. But if she didn't leave us, she'd have all the information, and we'd have all the information that she had, and we wouldn't need to waste our time. I'm. Someone has to understand my point. I'm not angry at nothing.
I get your point. I guess I just don't want her to leave again, so I'll take what I can get.
I'm not perhaps as angry as I am wounded by her actions. It hurt what she did. I will not lie. But my concerns are similar to hers. Doing the work of my mentor, my master. I can see her intentions, which make it harder for me to point any anger at her. If I felt any. But as I said, I feel hurt more than anything. But I understand your anger, Trista, and I'm not disparaging you for it. You are right to be angry. And even if no one else feels it, that doesn't make it wrong.
It's been a long day. Why don't we head back?
Yes. I can play maybe some kind of a song that could help.
Turn into a dog.
What kind of dog?
Oh, can I ride you?
What?
Turn into a master.
Yes, Andy, you could ride Tala.
Yay! So exciting.
I'll softly pet Tala.
I lean in.
Pat, pat, there.
I think Tala's overwhelmed. It's a lot of emotions today. And I think she just,
Just wants some rest.
Can Andy try and play a song on the way back that will have the effect of calm emotions?
Riding into the sunset.
Go ahead, roll a performance check, and I will let players decide how their character responds to the intentions and the number.
15. Mediocre for Andy. Actually, pretty bad for Andy.
Okay, so I rolled a 4, so it's only a 15.
For funsies, I'm going to roll a wisdom save against it.
Oh.
Against it.
Yes. It calms her down a little bit.
This is how the players have the agency to respond how they wish. And then, of course, Andy has stated the intentions. So. Besides the song, I believe that the walk back to the Stravengar estate is quiet. Of course, you see the carriage present. Delvin has returned to the manor. But you have your own house. Lights are on. There is movement and entering in. You can hear people talking, chatting. Lorcan, Renan, Carissa, Terminder are all present. Everything sort of shifts. They seem to notice a more dour mood around your figure, your group as you enter in. Renan, did everything go okay?
I'm looking at Friesta and
Sun shines and
Tall.
dandelions.
We're crushed beneath our feet.
Goes up.
Well, dinner is on the stove and in the oven for Lorcan made pasta and some toasted bread.
Cool. I'll eat some.
It's very much, pasta puttanesca and some garlic bread.
Ooh.
Yummy. Thanks, Lorcan. Where's Terminder?
Terminder's there.
Okay.
Lorcan just kind of shrugs. You just sort of put it all in a pot, boil it up. It's a filling meal. Don't need a lot of skill for it.
I'm not looking at Tala as he says this. Cool.
I turn into a puppy and just go hide under a chair.
Can I want to whisper to Perry, could you go comfort Tala and I'll give him some snack?
Yeah. And Perry will, after the snack, scurry off after Tala and very much just since Tala's in puppy mode, they're about the same size. Just play fight. Very playful, squirming around and trying to get Tala to chase after.
And then Tala's just with, lying down with the head on the chin and just looking sad.
You get a bite on the ear and a tug of war as Perry tries to get you to play.
Ear.
Perry.
Yeah. No.
Perry does not relent in trying to get Tala to play.
Yeah, no.
No.
He's still doing it. He was asked to give comfort, and he's doing it in the way that his weasel mind is understanding it. So
He has -4 whiz, so like,
Whoa. That's
Like, she doesn't want to growl because it's Perry, but like she's like trying to. She runs away.
Perry chases.
uh-oh.
Wait, Perry, come back.
Perry will come back, and I was just doing what you asked, comforting her, but she doesn't want to be comforted.
Yeah, that's okay. That happens sometimes. My baby
Maybe
cousin, what's his face, was like that sometimes.
maybe you should send her back to the lady that had all the oils.
Uh-huh. I'm not looking now. Uh-huh.
Yeah, the one with all the scales on the back.
Uh-huh. And everywhere else too. Uh-huh. It's a good point though. Hmm.
You seemed really happy there. The lady said a lot of people were happy when they went with her.
Oh god.
Did they know, Perry? Thank you for that. Uh, would that help?
I don't know. But she seemed to smile a lot. Lorcan will see that Andy has a thinking face on, and he just holds up
Uh-oh.
3 fingers.
Right. Look at.
He wiggles them. It's got to be one of the 3. I don't know what to tell you. They always work.
Well, I remember like, hey, Red Kettle District, coin and ale
Yeah.
was the last one. Like, see, I don't think 2 of those work with Tala, and I'm not totally sure about the other one.
I mean, I don't know. She seemed really well last time she went and got experience. She was very proud of herself. The rest of
Just
you, the
gonna give
ones
him
that...
this look.
Yeah, the rest of you was the ones that had the issue with me, but Tala seems very, happy set until y'all got into her mind. I did nothing wrong there.
Yes. You see, I want to disagree with you so badly, but I can't. And it's really annoying. I hope you know that.
I'm telling you, the 3 things, they always work.
3 is a pretty good number.
It's a great number.
I like that number.
I don't know what Diamond looks like, do I?
No, you do.
I haven't met her.
Really?
Well, I haven't met her. Like, I can't do ascending to it, can I?
I would say you know her name and you know her face, because Perry, you can see it through the way that Perry
That's a
communicates
good
you.
point.
Does she make house calls?
Probably.
Depends on how much you're
Man.
paying.
Bark.
Alright, if I could, I would like to attempt ascending to Diamond.
Sure. What would you like to send to Diamond?
Hold up, I'm just making sure I have enough spells. Yeah. Okay. I guess I won't start with the
The priestess says hi.
in this limited case.
Priesta up in her room
Oh.
feels offended for some reason.
Brooding intensifies.
Oh no. Okay. Like kind of rushed, and you'll say, "Hi, Tala, the total you met is a friend of mine. She needs some kind of comfort. If you could come to the Stravengar estate, I'd be most grateful. I'd compensate you. If you could come soon. Thanks." Hope that was under 25.
I'm just writing it down real quick and I will count and see where it gets.
Okay.
All right, so the gist of the message, from what I got, gets you to 24, and that gets everything. Tala, the turtle you met, is a friend of mine. She needs comfort. If you can come to the Strevengar state, and soon, and everything else kind of devolves in your panic. Um, how do I want to play this?
Oh no.
You know what? You feel as your words carry across the veil
Uh,
and reach their target,
wow.
and we will find out her response
Oh
next session.
Oh my goodness. I knew it.
So, you'll have to tune in next week to figure out what's going on with Diamond, and I will, of course, I want to say thank you to our players for playing. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you all enjoyed this. I will see you guys in the next stream. But until then, of course, head over to wildewitch.com. Check us out there. Join us in our Discord to jump into a game yourself. Keep up to date with all of our announcements. You can check out our VODs over on our YouTube page. But as always, may the ever-burning light forever guide your steps. Laters.